She's taken medication to lose weight.
You represented body positivity. It's kind of a cop-out.
This is Ozempic. Ozempic.
Ozempic.
Ozempic.
Ozempic, let's talk about it. Ozempic is actually one of the names for semaglutide, which is a medication that has been approved for medical use in 2017. It was originally supposed to be a drug that would improve glycemic control in adults with diabetes type 2. And it was supposed to be used simultaneously with exercise and diet. In March 2021, clinical trials started in regards to the drug being able to treat obesity. And in June 2021, the drug was approved by the FDA as an anti-obesity medication for long-term weight management in adults. And in early 2022, it was also approved for medical use in the European Union. The name of the weight loss version of the drug is actually Wegovy, and it contains a higher dose of the drug and it is injectable, same as Ozempic. In 2023, the use of the drug in the US was so widespread that it actually caused a national shortage, and the Danish company producing the drug, Novo Nordisk, became the most valuable corporation in the European Union and the 12th most valuable in the world, valued at $500 billion. The monthly cost of Wegovy or Ozempic without insurance is $1,200, so it is quite expensive. And you're supposed to take injections once a week, but once you start, there is basically no going back. It's a lifelong drug because as soon as you stop, you are going to regain some of the weight that you just dropped or most of it. So if you don't want to lose your progress, you basically have to continue taking it. And Novo Nordisk officials said that they did a randomized study on the patients that were taking semaglutide to lose weight, and a lot of them regained 2/3 of their original weight 1 year after stopping taking the drug. So this was just like the medical background, but there is a lot of other stuff surrounding it that I feel like is much more about the social norms and the moral aspect of it that I think is much more interesting. First of all, one of the reasons I think Ozempic sounds so attractive to people, and I think that's kind of obvious, but it's that it offers effects pretty fast. It might only take 4 weeks to see the first results, a couple of months to a year to like significantly start losing weight. Whereas for some people, even years of exercise and diet will not bring similar results, no matter how hard they try. I've recently listened to a radio interview with a person that was struggling with obesity their whole life, and they said that they tried everything, like all sorts of diets, a personal trainer, but they just couldn't lose the weight because of their like genetic disposition. And it wasn't until they were prescribed Ozempic that they started seeing significant change in their lifestyle, in their quality of life. And I think this is what the drug was originally invented for. It's a medication for an illness such as obesity. However, as we all know, that's not really the case. The truth is 90% of us even heard about the drug because we searched a celebrity on Instagram, we went to their profile and we were like, oh, they look really thin now. And we went to the comment section. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. NordVPN is, you guessed it, a VPN service that you can use for a variety of things. For example, if there is content online that is not available in your location, you just can't access it because of where you are, you can use the VPN to change your location with a single click. You just pick a country from the list and boom, you can watch that show now. I've been using NordVPN for years now. It has come in handy in so many situations. And NordVPN will also protect you from malware, such as phishing links, for example, and all sorts of online threats that are lurking around. Nord has over 6,000 servers around the world, and it is one of the fastest VPNs out there, so no worries about it slowing you down. You can keep your speed. And you can also use it on 6 devices at once, which is a very handy feature. I am currently using it on 3 devices, so it's definitely useful. So get your exclusive NordVPN deal using the link nordvpn.com/Karolina. And now let's get back to the video. When I look back at like when it basically started, it's difficult to pinpoint a particular moment, but I feel like the pandemic was a push for a lot of people to start looking after themselves, or they started seeing changes in their bodies. A lot of us gained weight during the pandemic, including me. So a lot of us were like observing these changes, and you know, some of us just stayed with that weight, which is completely fine. Some of us were like, no, I have to drop it. But thinking about celebrities, I feel like at that time, a lot of them change their appearances, and it's also about like getting work done. I feel like a lot of celebrities got like nose jobs and buccal fat removal during the pandemic because it was a time when they didn't have to be public, so they could get away with it without people commenting on it, which fair, like that makes sense. But I'm looking back at it thinking that the one transformation that I remember everyone was shocked at, and it was because that celebrity took a break and then reappeared, was Adele's transformation in 2020. That was shocking because Adele for years was known for maybe not having that like stereotypical thin singer silhouette, and then she suddenly re-emerged looking drastically different. And mind you, I'm not saying this is because of Ozempic, but I'm just gonna show you a little pattern here. So moving on, I remember when Doja Cat suddenly got thin in 2021 and everyone was like, wasn't that like her brand? To be like, oh, I'm thick, I have curves, and then she got thin, everyone was criticizing her for it. But at the same time, obviously there were voices saying, you know, it's her body, she does what she wants with it. If she wants to be skinnier, that's completely fine, and she's allowed to take care of herself the way she wants to. She might be going through stuff we don't know. Let's just stop commenting on women's bodies, which is fair. And at the time I was like, yeah, that's completely right. Around the pandemic, Rebel Wilson also underwent like a huge transformation. Again, her whole brand was like this comedy, unapologetic character, and she herself said that she felt like she was boxed in this like funny fat character role, which is really sad, and I totally can see that happening looking back at her roles. To her, it was like trying to get out of this box and reclaim her career basically, and she even said that her management was upset with her losing weight because they were like, you're not gonna get jobs anymore, which is crazy to be controlling someone's body like this basically. But it's another example I can think of. Again, I don't think it's Ozempic, but it's just like one by one the fat celebrities were losing weight. Amy Schumer also underwent liposuction in 2022. These are just like all the people that have been known to be advocating for, let's say, like non-standard bodies in the media, in show business. To many, they wear the faces of body positivity in the media, even if they did not directly speak about it, because people saw the representation of what they looked like in the media. Then in 2022, and I feel like this is sort of the Ozempic breaking point, the Kardashian bodies that we are used to scrutinize, like we love talking about the Kardashian bodies. We're like, oh, they've done this, they've done that, they look like this now. But to be fair, they also utilize their bodies for marketing purposes. Like they will target products at you based on what they look like. So I feel like, I wouldn't say it's justified, but it makes sense that people focus on what is primarily one of their selling points in their brands. But at that point in 2022, they suddenly started changing. The bodies suddenly started changing. The implants were out. A lot of them got a lot skinnier, like Kim and Kylie. And this shift to me kind of symbolizes the new era in the body trends, because yes, bodies are trends, as ridiculous as it is. Going away from the curvy BBL silhouette and jumping straight back to like 2000s, the 90s, back when basically thin was in. I don't know, it sounds so awful. I feel like it's very objectifying talking about this, but also you will know what I'm talking about. And since then, I cannot help but notice that if you now look up celebrities that used to be known for promoting or just showing body shapes and figures that perhaps were not like mainstream in the media, celebrities that were actively praising body positivity, they're just not that positive anymore. Like Barbie Ferreira, Mindy Kaling, Kelly Osbourne, Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Trainor, even Lizzo, they all, in the past couple of years, underwent huge transformations. Despite preaching to love your body and acknowledging the immense pressure that women are under to be thin all the time, I won't speculate which one of them actually did Ozempic. It's none of my business. They could have achieved their weight loss in many other ways, or for other reasons even. But when it happens in a short amount of time, it definitely makes me very suspicious. And to be fair, as I said, the bottom line is, it's none of our business, it's not our bodies to talk about. Everyone is entitled to their dream body. But as with every trend concerning human bodies, or especially in this case female bodies, because obviously a lot more scrutiny is put on female, especially celebrities, that do not conform to the idea of how much they should weigh, how much fat is allowed basically. It is all fun and games when you see it from like an individual perspective, like yes, I could see why someone would do it. When you look at it as a whole, it looks completely different and starts smelling of fat phobia again, to be honest. Because the social message that it sends is that as soon as it's possible, everyone that used to tell people to be comfortable in their fat body gets rid of it. So what message is it sending? Fat people have no right to exist in the spotlight and they can only stay relevant if they lose weight now. That's basically what I'm seeing. And again, on a personal level, it is completely understandable. For example, celebrities who have been like actively advocating for body positivity for years, the amount of harassment they receive is probably unimaginable. So naturally, when an occasion arises to get rid of something that brought you so much pain, who wouldn't do it? The sole pressure of being a fat celebrity must be incredible. But then when they finally conform to the society's idea of what their bodies should look like, they get hit with, oh, we lost a body to Ozempic. We also shame women for their postpartum bodies, or basically the bodies of mothers. And we analyze like every tummy roll, every wrinkle, and we praise those who like jump back after the pregnancy. But God forbid they were uncomfortable with the changes in their bodies and they decided to do something about it. It's kind of like bullying celebrities for aging and then complaining that they had work done. And let's just be clear, the scrutiny that female bodies go under, the fact that I'm even making this video, is just unbelievable. We tend to shake our heads at how fatphobic the 2000s were, but seeing the reactions to all the weight loss transformations, we still care way too much about someone else's bodies. And we are still obsessed with how women should look according to us. Oh, this is too far, this is too thin now, this was okay, but this is unhealthy, this is fat, this is Ozempic. Why do we care? It's not us. But on the other hand, we in the recent years took pride at representation, at diversifying the media, diversifying what we get to see on TV and music videos and movies. But the moment an easy solution comes up, all that representation melts a little. Plus size models disappear one by one. And while celebrities are entitled to do what they want with their bodies, because we also never know what they're going through, maybe they're going through some health issues, maybe they're trying for a baby and they need to lose weight. The bottom line is we just get to see the outcome, and the outcome is that the diversity in body sizes and body shapes in the media is rapidly declining. It's like the last standing, the last fighters finally got defeated by the harassment and the bullying and the pressure from the industry, and they just couldn't do it anymore. And no wonder people online are commenting who's left under posts of celebrities that are showing off their post-weight loss bodies. I think the main problem is also A, the celebrities that have been very outspoken about body positivity and are then getting skinny one by one in a short amount of time, but also B, the fact that they lie about it. We've discussed celebrities' issues with honesty when it comes to plastic surgery, and I feel like it's the same thing. They don't owe us their medical history, they are entitled to do what they want. However, if they share their diets, lie about a particular exercise that helped them achieve that, make people believe that all it takes is a couple of months of work and hey, you can achieve the same results if you do what I did. Or even worse, they're promoting a particular product that supposedly helped them achieve that result. That is just vile. Another outcome is that everyone that has lost weight recently has been accused of using Ozempic, and I think that really sucks because we all remember how bad we felt for criticizing Chadwick Boseman's appearance when we had no idea that he was actually gravely ill. If anyone in the industry is going through an illness, a really bad time, an eating disorder, they are fucked right now. Because everyone's gonna be like they're doing Ozempic and they deserve our hate for it. But there is also this distinct, like, particular look that people associate with taking Ozempic or just Ozempic weight loss, and it's not considered a positive thing. Basically, what's happening is because the drug works so fast and it's burning out the fat components in your face and your body, the skin and the muscles have no time to adjust. So the Ozempic look is basically like a very thin appearance with no apparent muscle structure, with like sunken cheeks and a little sickly appearance. Dr. Gary Linkoff, who specializes in analyzing what celebrities have possibly done, he speculates that the popularity of Ozempic will also increase the popularity of fillers and facelifts because of all the skin that's gonna be like drooping and sagging after the use of the drug. What I personally find very damaging is not even when fat celebrities just go like mid-size, but already skinny celebrities going even thinner. I think that's really setting a really bad example. There's some really concerning photos and videos going around of a lot of celebrities that look really sickly skinny, and the impact those photos and videos will have on people struggling with their body image, having body dysmorphia, struggling with eating disorders. I think it's gonna be horrendous. Now let's talk about the actual body positivity. So the movement focuses on appreciating, celebrating human bodies regardless of their shape, size. We are just happy that our bodies are carrying us around the world, allowing us to experience all these beautiful moments. They're allowing us to show love to fellow human beings. I think it's a beautiful movement. And what body positivity says about fat people is basically that they deserve equal treatment and not getting harassed and bullied. They should not have to struggle looking for clothes their size. They deserve having spaces accommodated to their size. They deserve to be comfortable while traveling, while at the doctor's office. They deserve good medical care, and most of all, they deserve our respect, because the bullying and the harassment that fat people face is astronomical. Basically, in terms of accepting one's weight, this is what the body positivity movement is fighting for. And the movement has gotten a lot more traction in the recent years, partially, or I think mainly, because of activists in the public spotlight, like celebrities, actresses, singers. I feel like regardless of personal reasons why celebrities choose to lose weight at this time, or at the same time rather, it just feels like a massive step backwards for the movement. It also feels like a temporary solution, not really addressing the root of the issue, and it is clouded by legal, moral, medical problems, the side effects, using the drug illegally, the unauthorized knockoffs of the drug, the buying out of the drug by people that don't necessarily need it, which prevents people that actually need it from getting the drug. The impact this has on people's mental health when all they see is thin bodies everywhere, and their favorite plus-size creators or artists are just undergoing severe transformations within months, and then they're suddenly not plus-size anymore. All I see, to be honest, is yet another product that can generate massive profits, and this time the product is thinness. So thank you for watching, and if this was depressing, remember that you are beautiful, your body's beautiful. Beauty standards are a bullshit that is made up to make money off of you and your insecurities, so do not succumb to the pressure. Yeah, thanks for watching, bye!